Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we are diving into a framework that could honestly change the way you communicate forever. We're going to break down Thomas Erickson's huge bestseller, Surrounded by Idiots, and its super simple system for figuring out, well, why people act the way they do.
So let's just be real for a second. Have you ever been in a meeting, or a family dinner, or just any conversation, and you're thinking to yourself, why don't they get it? Am I the only one seeing this? Yeah. It's that frustrating feeling we've all had, that sense that you're just not speaking the same language.
And get this, you are not alone. The author himself started in that exact same place. Total frustration. He couldn't figure out why some chats were so easy and others felt like talking to a brick wall. And at first, his solution was just to dodge the difficult people. But that frustration eventually kicked off a search for a better way, a kind of language to decode human behavior.
And that search led him to this simple but really powerful solution, a 4-color code that basically acts like a user's guide for all the people in your life. Now, this isn't just some random set of colors he dreamed up. The whole framework is based on the widely used DISC model, which you might also know as DISC. Each color connects to a core behavior: red for dominance, yellow for inducement, green for submission, and blue for analytic ability. You can think of them as 4 basic ways of seeing the world.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Look at how the population breaks down. You see that greens are the most common, while pure reds are the least. But here's the real kicker. Almost nobody is just one solid color. About 80% of us are a mix of 2. And that right there explains so much, doesn't it? We're not stereotypes. We're all unique recipes.
All right, so let's meet the cast, shall we? We're going to do a quick rundown of each of the 4 main personality types so you can start spotting them in your own life, maybe even today.
Okay, first up, the Reds. These are the drivers, the take-charge leaders, the people who just make things happen. Reds are all about getting things done. They're extroverted, task-focused, and they have this incredible belief they can do anything. They love a good challenge and make decisions in a snap. Now that makes them amazing leaders in a crisis, but it can also mean their intense focus just steamrolls right over other people's feelings. For a Red, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.
This story is just a perfect illustration of their communication style. A Red isn't trying to be rude. They're just allergic to wasting time. Small talk, long goodbyes, nope, not for them. They are laser-focused on the goal, and once that goal is met, the conversation is over. Pure efficiency.
All right, let's switch gears and talk about the Yellows. These are the social butterflies, the inspirers, the absolute life of the party.
Yellows are extroverted and all about relationships. They are just fountains of positive energy, always bubbling with creativity and new ideas. Their enthusiasm is totally contagious, which is amazing for brainstorming and team morale. But the flip side? Well, their focus on the big, exciting ideas can sometimes mean they forget about the small, crucial details or the follow-through.
This little exchange is pure yellow. You can show them a hard, gloomy fact like rain literally pouring down, and they will effortlessly, almost instantly, find the silver lining. Their optimism isn't just a mood, it's their entire worldview. For a yellow, the sun is always just about to come out.
Now for the Greens, the most common personality type of them all. They are the stable, supportive foundation of any team or family. Greens are introverted and relationship-focused. They're kind, patient, and amazing listeners who value stability more than anything. They are the ultimate team players, and this makes them so loyal and reliable, right? But their deep, deep hatred of conflict means they often won't speak up or adapt to change, which can sometimes lead to them being a little passive-aggressive.
This story just says it all. Greens are so programmed to not be a bother that they will literally freeze to death before they impose on someone. They'll listen to all your problems for an hour before even thinking about mentioning their own. It's really incredible.
And finally, let's talk about the Blues. These are the analysts, the perfectionists, the ones who make sure every single thing is done right.
Blues are introverted and task-oriented. They are meticulous, systematic, and driven purely by logic. Before a Blue speaks, you can bet they've done the research. Their commitment to quality is a massive asset. The downside, though, can be analysis paralysis. They get so caught up in the details that it becomes really hard to just make a final decision.
This is classic blue behavior. And you got to understand, it's not about showing off or being a know-it-all. For a blue, hearing incorrect information is like nails on a chalkboard. Their main motivation is just to make sure that what's being said is accurate. They have this deep internal need for the facts to be right.
Okay, so we can spot the different colors now. That's great. But what's the point? How do we actually use this? Well, the real power of this system is learning how to change your own communication style to connect with anyone. It's all about learning to speak their language.
So, when you're dealing with a red, you've got to be quick and to the point. Focus on the facts, the results, the bottom line. Be confident. They respect efficiency and directness above all else. Just don't waste their time with a lot of chit-chat.
Now for a blue, the key is preparation and patience. You need to show up with all the details ready to go. Answer their questions with precise data, and, this is the big one, give them time to think. Rushing a blue into a decision is the absolute fastest way to get a no.
And finally, it is so important to remember what this whole framework is really for. It's not about sticking people in boxes so we can judge them. It's about something way, way more important than that.
The real goal here is empathy. It's realizing that your red boss isn't angry with you, he's just focused. Your yellow coworker isn't flaky, she's optimistic. Your green friend isn't indecisive, they're being thoughtful. And your blue partner isn't being critical, they just need all the facts. This whole thing is a tool for building bridges, not walls.
So I'll leave you with this question. I want you to think about that idiot in your life, that person you just can't seem to connect with. Now, with this new lens, what color do you think they are? And how might you, just maybe, change your approach tomorrow? The answer could change everything. Thanks for joining me.